Alright, this is just like a fucking thing before we get into this. I've got to check something. It's not, hold on. What can I say except you're gay? Oh yeah, say except you're gay. Alright, anyway, let's go on with this. And here we go. It opens up. Newcastle versus Celtic in Newcastle. We're here at St James's Park for a match that is destined to entertain, as Celtic come out looking like a bunch of knobs in that kit. But again, we should be in for another entertaining match here. As you know, Spurs won 5-2 in their match. And after this match, who will be top of the group? I'm sure we will have the opening lineups for you soon enough. I've had word that there's not just here's the Newcastle lineup. It's Seamus Heaney starting in goal for Newcastle today, with Owen at the back, as well as Hughes, Simon Armitage and James Weir starting in right back. And then it's Charles Dickens, Robert Browning, Alfred Tennyson and Percy Vicey Shelley on that right side. And meanwhile, Shakespeare and William Blake holding the front two. And now we will show you the Celtic lineup momentarily here. Sure, a lot of people are excited to this. And it's Lee Bolton starting in goal for Celtic, alongside Owen Arthur on the right, and Mr. Williams in central defence, along with Mrs. Brown and Jack Sparrow. It's Hippocrates on the left, Van Gogh, Elizabeth II, and Elle from Definite on the right, as well as The Weekend and Shaggy holding up this front two for Celtic. Shaggy, and I'm well aware that Celtic do have a trump card in Mr. Hussein on the bench, which is going to maybe come on midway through this match, as he's their excellent striker, which isn't going to start today, so we're going to have to see when he comes on later in the match. And Newcastle United kick us off. It's William Blake, Shakespeare here going through. Shakespeare passes Mrs. Brown. Shakespeare still alone, it's still Shakespeare. Can anybody else get to him? No, it's an excellent challenge by Mrs. Brown. And it's cleared to Elizabeth II, the Queen, to The Weekend. The Weekend's first touch of the ball, what can he do with it? Blake, the player to watch. William Blake. It's back to the Queen. What can she do with it? Shaggy. Here's Van Gogh. Van Gogh trying to get past Alfred Lloyd Tennyson. Now Simon Armitage trying to defend him. But Van Gogh, he's got an excellent run on here, Van Gogh. Can he find someone else? Yes, he finds Shaggy in the middle to Elle. Elle here tries a skill move and gets challenged. It's going to be a corner for Celtic. Here, as you can see, the Celtic fans really immersed in this game here in the, what's it called? In the Celebrity Conquest Cup or whatever this shit is titled. And it is going to be Hippocrates taking this corner. After inventing the four Humes, he decided to play football for Newcastle Celtic. So now he whips one into the Queen. He falls to Elle here. Is he going to pass it back? No, he decides to go here and sees The Weekend. The Weekend's in here! 1-0, The Weekend scores for Celtic. Seamus Heaney couldn't reach it, as The Weekend scores a rocket there. 1-0. It's 1-0 to Celtic. The Weekend, what a goal this was. I couldn't see any way of Seamus Heaney reaching this. It's out of reach. It went out of reach a long time ago. And there's Eddie Howe on the touchlines. As we get this game kicked off, Newcastle kick us off for the second time in this match. Here's Robert Browning. What can he do? Alfred Lloyd Tennyson gets challenged by Shaggy, but it falls back to Browning. Which now Browning here running through this defence. Elizabeth II on him, and it's given away to Jack Sparrow. Elizabeth II to Al here. What can he do? Passes Shaggy. Finds Shaggy. Can Shaggy find The Weekend? Yes, he does. A little bit of link-up play between these two, and Shaggy, excellent vision to find Hippocrates on that left wing. Leaves it for Shaggy. He wants it. Jane with an excellent interception. Now it's Percy Vicey Shelley here to William Blake. Shelley wants it back, I believe, but Doesn't seem to be getting it, but it's William Blake with an excellent run here. Past Mrs. Brown. Can he get past Miss Brown? Yes, he can. Here's the dig. Here's the dig from William Blake. An excellent save from Lee Bolton. Mr. Bolton with an excellent save. The first he's had to make this match. And just look at this. He gets to it, Mr. Bolton does. And it does mean that this is the first Newcastle corner of this match. And it's going to be Dickens on corners for Newcastle. And see Shelley there. Here's Percy Bicey Shelley to Robert Browning. Tennyson. It's an excellent save from Bolton yet again. Alfred Lloyd Tennyson. I was sure that was in. But Lee Bolton defending, having to save a shot from the very person he teaches about. Alfred Lloyd Tennyson. And now let's see what Newcastle can do off their second corner of this game again. This is going to be Dickens off the corners to Shelley. Charles Dickens says, Shelley, can he find Dickens yet again? He does. Here's Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens uses a skill move. Van Gogh trying to block him. It's still Dickens given away there. But it's back to Owen here. Owen, back to Charles Dickens. Can he find somebody in the middle? Jack Sparrow trying to defend as well as possible. Does get a challenge in. Can Van Gogh get there? Yep, Van Gogh on the ball. Now what can Van Gogh do? He finds L. L, is there anyone there? Is Shaggy available? He's got to get past Hughes yet. But he doesn't. Hughes with an excellent challenge. Now Hughes. This has been a pretty decent match so far. Alfred Lloyd Tennyson here to Robert Browning. William Blake on the ball. Blake in possession. Passes it seemingly to no one, but it turns out Shelley's there. Gets past Owen Arthur. Here's Percy Bicey Shelley! 1-1! Percy Bicey Shelley scores. What a goal by the lad. He got past Owen Arthur there, the history teacher. Teach that with fucking Owen Arthur. He strikes it and there's no way. It's out of Mr. Bolton's reach. By a mile this. That is an excellent save. The shot, is it very savable? Yes, it was. It was a very, very savable shot. I have no idea what Mr. Bolton was doing after those two great saves earlier. Turns out, no, he has screwed that one, Mr. Bolton has. Either way, we've got to kick this game off yet again here. As Celtic gets kicked off, but that is the end of the first half, and the score is 1-1 at St James's Park. And we are back here. Celtic kicking us off this time, of course, and Newcastle started the match. No substitutions as of yet from the side. And it's given away here immediately by Celtic. Here's Shakespeare. Shakespeare has nothing to do with as a foul. Shakespeare's in here. Shakespeare! What a goal by Shakespeare! He's done nothing up until this point. I think that's his first touch of the ball. Shakespeare scores a fucking worldie. It's given away by Celtic. And where's the defence? Shakespeare runs through them all. That is a rocket into that top left from Shakespeare. Paul Williams can't get on him, and it's a rocket. And Lee Bolton just desperate to see it go wide. Unfortunately for him, Lee Bolton, which has had a pretty decent game actually, at least in that first half so far, it just wanted to see it go wide, but it didn't. Here's the Weekend. He scored the first goal, I believe. But Dickens with a great interception here. Dickens back to William Blake. William Blake, can he see L on the side? It's not L. L plays for fucking... Anyway, here's Shakespeare again. Shakespeare! That's a brilliant save. It's a brilliant save coming out of Lee Bolton. And here's Hippocrates getting subbed off for Woody. Yes, Woody out of Toy Story. Woody coming on here. Here's Dickens off the corner. Dickens, can you see Blake? It's a brilliant interception. Jack Sparrow trying to get this clear. William Blake. Elizabeth II. What can she do? Getting a bit old now. Well, she's actually dead, but getting a bit old now. Elizabeth II. Can she get past Hughes? No, but she does find Shaggy. Shaggy is the weak. getting there. Yes, he is. Elizabeth II. Maybe he can get a laying ball here to L. L's in here. L is through. Can he shoot? No, he took way too much time there, and Seamus Heaney collects the ball for pretty much the first time in this match. He's done nothing. He's right, Browning. Owen. William Blake. Can he find Shakespeare, but it's a brilliant challenge. Here's Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown to Woody. Woody's first touch of the ball. Gives it to Van Gogh. Van Gogh here, running down. Doing the skill move. Can he find the weekend? Van Gogh here. Van Gogh, will he shoot? No, he's going to have to pass here. He does. He finds L, which takes too long yet again against challenge. Owen here. They're going to run out here. Here's Shakespeare once again. Shakespeare to Robert Browning. Who's there? It's Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens in acres of space. Who's there to get on the end of this? He goes alone, and it's a brilliant save by Bolton yet again. Lee Bolton has to be the man of the match. And it's Wordsworth, no, Tennyson coming off for Wordsworth, and L is coming off for Mr. Hussain. We're Celtic really do need, it seems. As here's Dickens on this corner, whipped into Wordsworth, but it's cleared. Here's Armitage, Simon Armitage, Robert Browning back to Armitage. And is that a foul? No, it's right, Browning. Yeah, and that is... What is it? Is it a foul? Is the referee called that? No, it's a substitute here. Hughes coming off for Dr. Zeus. Hughes has had an excellent match, and I'm sure that people will be happy to see Dr. Zeus. Here's William Blake on this free kick. William Blake! What a goal by William Blake! The lad. What a rocket that is. Would you believe it? In the 77th minute, William Blake decides, screw yous, I'm scoring a screamer. Look at this. Get it over the wall. What a shot it was. The wall. Didn't involve jumping in the end. What a goal that was. And from 1-0 down to 3-1 here, what a goal. William Blake, I don't think he can believe it. Here's Mr. Hussain. Mr. Hussain here coming in. He has really got to step up. Mr. fucking Robert Browning. Mr. Hussain. Dr. Zeus. Hussain here. Hussain, he got a bit greedy against Dr. Zeus. Trying to do the skill moves. And Blake comes off after scoring that excellent goal, and it's Roald Dahl to replace him. Roald Dahl here, coming on. What can he do? William Blake, he's had an excellent performance after scoring that goal. Mrs. Brown with a challenge, with an interception here. Here's Woody. Not really done anything since he's come on, to be honest, but he does find Mr. Hussain. Van Gogh. Here's Van Gogh here. What can he do? He finds Woody. Woody here. Woody's got a chance. Woody! 3-2. Is he back on? And the goalkeeper couldn't even get to it. He doesn't even move. Seamus Heaney doesn't even try here. He's just dreading it. He knew he couldn't reach it. It's Woody with an excellent shot. I think that's his first real... He's just passed the ball twice except from this. And Woody, he seems ambitious to get this restarted. Newcastle, we've only got a couple of minutes left on the clock. We're into the 90-minute mark now with Shakespeare on the ball. Shakespeare to Roald Dahl. What can he do? 3 minutes of extra time. Roald Dahl here gives it away. Here's Paul Williams to Elizabeth II. Elizabeth II's fine Mr. Hussain. Mr. Hussain here with a ball to the fucking the weekend! It's the weekend! The weekend! Chips! I do not believe it. The weekend was through. The final chance. But Seamus Heaney with an excellent stop. And we are going to have a corner here for Celtic. 2 minutes over extra time. This is the final chance. Believe again, is it Charles Dickens on the corner? The goalie is going up. Lee Bolton's goal is the whippy. Mr. Hussein! What a save from Seamus Heaney! What a save! And that is it! What a performance! Oh my God, what a save! In the end, what a game that was! Honestly, honestly, what a match! 3-2 in the end, 5 goals. Let's have a look at some of the player ratings, honestly. Bloody hell. Woody 7.2. Mr. Hussein didn't really do anything. Shaggy didn't have the best performance. The Weekend got his goal. Hippocrates, honestly, some decent performances from Celtic, even though they did nothing. Unfortunately, John Lennon, Jacksepticeye, fucking Clarkson, Jeremy Clarkson, fucking Carlson and Patrick Bateman didn't even get a chance, unfortunately. But Roald Dahl did get stuff done, did fuck all. William Blake, what a performance. A goal and 2 assists. He contributed every single goal in that match. He was excellent. Shakespeare got his goal. Charles Dickens, honestly, a lot of players didn't really do anything. Let's have a look at the subs, because you didn't really get to see the subs. It's Oscar Wilde, Anne Frank, Stephen King and J.K. Rowling. Right, that's the end of this.